You, 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 you. We live, we live, we live. We live like Channel 4 and Channel 5, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the recap of the Pittsburgh Steelers losing to the Cleveland Browns. Um, Cleveland is a tough team. I just want people to keep that same energy, okay? So when Lamar and them lost to them, okay, y'all still running around here talking about the Ravens is the best thing since sliced bread, and they got a chance for this and that. All right. So just keep that same energy for all this pretender talk that's going to be around tomorrow with us losing to the Browns. I just want y'all to keep that same energy, which I know y'all not. Y'all gonna make this be some the Steelers not ready for the tough teams. They lost to the Browns. Y'all wasn't saying that when the Ravens lost to their ass. You wasn't saying that when the Ravens lost to them. So and who did the Browns? Yeah, they only beat us in the yeah, they only beat us and the Ravens. That's their only two wins. Well, no, three. Hold on, they got three now. Hold on, let me see what their record is real quick. Yeah, all right, yeah, three now. So they beat the Jaguars, the Ravens, and they beat the Steelers. All right, and a classic Tomlin game right there. I mean, keep the game close. It was definitely a lot of calls, man. That was just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? A lot of calls was ridiculous tonight. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? We've been on the other end of the stick of having calls um for us. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, man, the officiating today was just terrible, man. It definitely was. Somebody had some money on this game. Some of these referees, somebody has some money on this game. I'm gonna tell you that shit right now. Say what you want to say. Somebody has some bread on this. The NFL need to put in an investigation on them referees because that was terrible. That was terrible today. Absolutely terrible. Yo, that was crazy. Let me share the video around. Make sure I'm working real quick. All right, so I'm working. All right, let me share the video real quick. Ansel, where you at? Where you at, Ansel? Come in here. Go ahead. Go talk your shit. You know what I mean? Weak ass nigga. Weak ass nigga. The zebras was playing for the Browns today. It was the Cleveland referees. That's what it was versus the Pittsburgh Steelers today. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. And I'm kind of glad I didn't do that video because now, you know, with old boy, hold up. Hold on, let me just share this real quick. All right. Only thing that sucks about this though is with a loss, we gotta hold this loss for a little minute though. That's the only thing that kind of sucks about losing on a Thursday. Like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, sheesh, you gotta carry that for like a week and some change. That's the only shit I hate about it. Like, damn, bro. We could have got that game though. That would have been a hell of a win. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. That would have been a hell of a win. But with the hype train coming through, I kind of felt weird about this game though. Because everybody was talking Steelers contenders, Steelers this, Steelers that after we beat Lamar and them, and then we come into a game like this and absolutely just dropped the ball. Absolutely dropped the ball. Um, but it was a good game though. It definitely was a good game. It was a good game. You know what I mean? I just got a problem with the referees tonight. That was ridiculous. Some of these calls was ridiculous. We're gonna get into that. But like I said, I just want y'all to keep that same energy. Because remember they did beat the almighty Lamar Jackson. All right. So keep that same energy. All right. For all y'all that's gonna come up here and talk crazy about the Steelers, just keep that same energy. Y'all was still calling the Ravens contenders and shit. I mean, not contenders. Uh, y'all was still calling them. You know, they got a chance to win the Super Bowl and all this other stuff. And this is after they lost to the Browns. All right. After they lost to the Browns. So just keep that same energy. That's all I ask. You know what I mean? Let me post that. Come over here. What I do? Close up my Twitter. All right. All right. We're gonna get into the plays first because I want to go through some of these plays and we're gonna talk about Myles Garrett. But you know, shout out to the Cleveland Browns. You know, they got the win. It's their Super Bowl. You know, they won. You know, they feel like they accomplished something for their season. So whatever. Congratulations to the Cleveland Browns and the fans. You know what I'm saying? You know, they felt like they won the Super Bowl tonight. This was their Super Bowl, and Jameis Winston was making this heroic speech. And I want to thank the Lord and the Lord for giving me a game in the snow. Good game in the snow. Like, oh, this nigga acting. Y'all better get Jameis Winston as a goddamn Grammy for the way I mean, Oscar the way he was out there acting and shit. Like, bro, relax, bro. You doing too much. Talking about, I want to thank the Lord, play over there, play in the snow. Like, come on, man, get out of here, man. But anyway, this is one of the plays right here. Just didn't, I didn't like the fact that when they used Justin, I think they only threw it like twice when he was there, but the the way the play looked like it was going to be a run. And with the way that they were playing, at least the D line, the way that they were playing, bro, like this wasn't the call right here because it's too obvious. So they know we just gonna clog the box up, and it is what it is. But I did think that Justin could have waited a slight second and got that right up in there. You know what I'm saying? He could have got that right up in there, but maybe he didn't think so, or at worst he could have cut that to the outside and came back. All right. At worst, he could have cut that to the outside and came back. There was no way he was going to make this play right here. That was a wrap. And then, I mean, maybe it's possible if Haywood makes this block. If Haywood doesn't miss on this block right here, that's a good initial block right there. But if he don't miss on that, then that's probably a first down because old boy is coming up here to block, and one of these dudes is going to have to kind of make their way. It's either going to be a holding call or they're going to let it go, whatever the case may be. But he possibly could have got up in there though. You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of was what it was. You know what I mean? Let me come up here real quick. All right, this was one of the plays right here. This is this is not uh 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 uh. uh, this is not a hands to the face. A push off as well. Not that. Okay. All right. Now I got this play up here because this was one of the big plays in the game. This is what pretty much won them the game, in my opinion. Because other than that, they would have lost. I've seen this get called on the Steelers so many times, and a player won't even move. But the tight end up here, let me put this on the Summer Jam screen. Fair accuse, fair accuse. The tight end up here is pretty much going to run into Joey Porter Jr. He's going to run into him. You can't do that. Now watch this shit. He's pretty much going to run dead into him. What? Look at that. He blocked him and pushed him. No call. No call whatsoever. No call. That's crazy. That's crazy. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna hold the L. Now let's come over here. All right, he already starts wrapping Pickens up. He's already wrapping him up. All right. No call though. All right. Now Pickens was heated after the game. I think he tried to slam old boy. He tried to slam old boy. Once he knew that they wasn't gonna catch that ball, that nigga just Pickens went into crash out mode. You know what I'm saying? Pickens went into clean crash out mode. Once he knew he wasn't gonna have an opportunity or they wasn't gonna catch that ball, my man went into crash out mode. You know what I mean? But anyway, this play right here from Russ, big play, big. This was a big drive for them to come down and respond. At the end of the day,
circle they double.
But when you need to have it, Russ showed up, man. Hell of a throw, hell of a catch from Calvin Austin. I know there's a lot of talk about you're not really a number two or this, that, and the third, you know. But like I said, man, when he gets opportunity, he get them hands on that ball. He gonna worry about taking a hit or whatever everything is after that. And I respect Calvin Austin for that. Because this was a hellified catch, and he was going to take some pain to have to hold on to that ball. And he did that. He definitely did that. A hell of a throw from Russ when you needed to have it. He did what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me come up here real quick because yeah, George Pickens went into clean crash out mode, bro. Let me show y'all niggas this shit. Oh man, come over here. As y'all see George Pickens real quick, hold up. But he probably was just frustrated with the night. You know what I'm saying? I would have been frustrated too. It is what it is. But anyway, as George Pickens, you know, he went into clean crash out mode once that shit wasn't getting called or they wasn't gonna catch that. He said, "Fuck it." He tried to throw this nigga into the bleachers. He tried to throw that nigga into the bleachers at the end of the day. But yeah, man, you know, hands on the face and all that. Now this play right here was ridiculous. How this was not called intentional grounding, I do not know. This would have sealed the game. We can blame defense, this, that, and the third, but the referees were the deciding factor of this game for real. They really was. This is intentional grounding. Easy work. Easy work. And they called it like this nigga was throwing the pass to the lineman or something like that. Like, come on, dog. Are y'all serious? And then on top of that, look at the hold. Cam Haywood gets through there. Look at this shit, dog. It's so much shit going on in this play. It's criminal. Low key. It is literally criminal. Look at this. Cam Haywood gets bust through the line like the Kool-Aid, man. Right? They're holding that man at this point. That's an all hold right there. Look. He's still hold. 75 is tackling this nigga, or 79. He is tackling, wrapping Cam Haywood around his waist, pulling him back. Look it. He tackled the man. Look, the referee looking dead at this shit. Nothing. He throws this, and they don't call that. They call that an illegal touch from the lineman. Like, bruh, y'all can't be serious. Y'all cannot be serious. That was the game right there. Like I said, the intentional grounding, holding right here. This is hold. Clean hold. Still holding. Then decided to say, you know what, man, fuck it. I'm just gonna wrap. I'm gonna wrap around. I'm just gonna wrap around and hold this nigga flat out. And I'm gonna tackle his ass down. In front of the referees. The lineman just tackled Cam Hayward like he had the football or something. I mean, the referees need to be investigated for this game, bro. We can sit up there and say, "Oh, well, Pittsburgh they lost because of this decision or that decision." Look, dog, when the game was on the line, okay, there's going to be mistakes and shit like that within the game. I'm not really worried about that. But when the game is on the line or it's a game changing call, like, come on, bro, call the right goddamn call, man. And then you got two calls on this. This is literally two calls, and they didn't even call both of the calls that that happened in this play. Holding over here on Cam Haywood, and then intentional grounding by Jameis Winston. And they call this a legal touch of the lineman, which gave him a 5-yard penalty, which eventually they converted and won the game. All right. Eventually converted and won the game. All right. Now let's come over here real quick. Now I did think this was weird though. I'm not going to hold you, but once again, Pickens got held. That's just a fact. But anyway, he says you have the lead with 3:34 left in the game. It's 3rd and 4 on your own 30. A first down here just about seals it. Russell is playing out of his mind, and you're currently in the middle of a blizzard, and you bring in Justin Fields to throw a 40-yard bomb to Pickens. Now, at the end of the day, they should have called the play, and that should have been the ball game. But on the flip side of things, I can kind of see that point at the end of the day because Russ finished this game. Hold on, let me come over here. Russ finished this game. He wasn't having a bad game at all. At all. He really wasn't. Oh, no, that's not the game I'm looking for. Where we at? All right. But yeah, he really wasn't having a bad game. The man was 21 for 28. I mean, unless you want to count that last one, but whatever, right? 21 for 28, 270 yards, a touchdown, and had a quarterback rating of 116. Okay. So he was actually doing good. I just felt like the packages that they did call for Justin Fields, because you want him to have the threat to throw the fucking football. You definitely want that. So I think just with Justin, just like I said, he just gonna have to keep the pass wasn't I think one of them passes though was bad. I was like, damn, yeah, you could tell he ain't really been you know, he ain't really ready. He ready, but he not ready. You know what I mean? Because yeah, that pass was just like way off with the one to Pickens. But that second one went on that 3rd and 4, that should have been pass interference. It was a good ball, and it should have been pass interference. But one could say if you're gonna do that, then you might as well have pulled Russ. You might as well kept Russ in the game to make that throw. And I have no argument with that. I have no argument with that. I have no argument with that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I really don't. But let's get into this. Let's get into Myles Garrett, because Myles Garrett was pissing me off throughout this game, and he wasn't pissing me off all week, honestly, because out of nowhere, he got this infatuation with T.J. Watt now. Yeah, I'm the number one, and when a guy, gets out here and he says, he said what he said, I take that personal. Like, bruh, you won the award. You shouldn't have won the award. It should have went to T.J. Watt. That's a fact. Okay, that's a fact, sir. Okay, you shouldn't have won the award, sir. That's a whole fact. All right. Did he play a good game? Yes, he played a good half, I would say. Okay. Now let's come over here real quick. Myles Garrett says, I'm the best. I'm number one defensive player of the year. And I guess this person is saying, what a joke. Sacks, TJ Watt led with 9 sacks compared to Garrett's 14. Watt led the NFL in sacks for the 3rd time in his career. Tackles, Watt led with 68 tackles compared to Garrett's 42. Pressures, Garrett led with 79 compared to TJ's 70. Okay. Pass rush win rate, Garrett led the league with 27.8 per pro football, whatever, right? Compared to Watt 16. Defensive Player of the Year, Garrett won award with 23 place votes, while Watt received 19. All right. But in my personal opinion, like I said, uh, TJ Watt to me was the because you got to account for strip sacks, all the other stuff that he had over this clown. You know what I'm saying? This dude is a clown. But anyway, let's get into this man's speech real quick.
You speak tonight, and if so, what was said?
I mean, we spoke at the coin toss, but that's about it. Like I said, I got a lot of respect for him, a lot of respect for all the guys over there, and the edge rushers in the league. But I'm number one, and that's from edge defender one, edge one to defensive player of the year. I'm the guy. So that runs through me. There's no other person being defended as I am or schemed or planned against.
Bro, now you up here just capping, okay? You're just capping for I don't know. I don't know if you're capping for because you was pretty much null and void in the second half. All right. You were null and void second half. Maybe you was doing too much celebrating, brother. You got a whole half left and you're celebrating because you're making plays and you're acting like the game was over. The man was celebrating like the game was over. Or as if he knew the fix was in us or something. You know what I'm saying? Because the man was doing way too much celebrating for me. I'm like, bro, I don't like. I get it. I get a nigga get a sack and shit like that. But this nigga was acting like they won the championship and shit. I'm like, nigga, whatever. For them, this might be their championship. You know what I'm saying? Beating the Steelers is their championship. Congratulations, brother. You played yourself. It is what it is. Let's come over to these stats, though, man. Let's come over to these stats. Because, like I said, I thought Russ played. I thought the offense. All right, hold on. What Pickens had to say? Hold on. You think they kind of saved him? No, they did save him, but it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? And Russ, man, Russ took some hella fire hits, man. Russ took some hella fire. He was taking some painful shots out there, dog. That last one on the Hail Mary. Um. Oh yeah, this is another one. Hold up, real quick. This was another one that was terrible by the referees. But I got to get on these players about this one though. This was another one though that was absolutely terrible. Okay. Now Bishop got called. Um, Bishop just got called for a flag on this. Okay. Steelers got flagged for a hit after the referee screwed up because Browns Jerry Jeudy was never touched. Jeudy was not down. He wasn't down. That's the thing I was scared of. I was like, if he get up and get running, these niggas ain't even touched this dude. They ain't even touch him. Like the loss of focus, I'm like, bro, what is wrong with y'all? And so when I seen Bishop go over there, I'm like, all right, maybe he did touch him, but none of him or Minka, Joey Porter Jr. nor Minka touched this dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's dangerous. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I mean, Minka, come on, bro. You're, you know what I'm saying? You're all pro, bro. What do you should know? Like, all right, you be focused on this nigga that he actually gets touched because what if he got up and hauled ass? None of y'all touched him. And with him coming over here knocking his football out, that's a fumble. That's technically a fumble. All right. Now look at what Cam had to say.
But yeah, there was a holding too. So because I was wrapped around my waist, but yeah, there was no call.
All right, and that's a fact. I just showed y'all that the man not only an intentional grounding call, they missed that, but they missed the fact that Cam Haywood was getting held. I mean, absolutely held, wrapped around the waist held. Like, damn. Even on the 2-point conversion, once again, It was either 2-point conversion or the touchdown. But no, I meant that last one. Yeah. Either the 2-point conversion where they went for the two, or that last touchdown that they had. Cam Haywood was getting held, and they called nothing.
Um, so I don't know what we were, confused about, but you know, Mike T was communicating. Then they said we were not taking the penalty, and then we were like, Mike T wants the penalty, and so we were just waiting for them to get it right. There was a whole.
All right. So yeah, it was definitely some jankiness in the game. Yeah, this one right here. That was another one. Look at this. Look at this. This was a hold on Herbert. It's the fourth. Bang. He catches old boy sleep real quick. Jameis starts to run. He turns back around. This is a clean hold, dog. It's a clean hold. I don't know what is there to debate about that. On fourth down. Okay, maybe they kick that. They would have to kick that field goal in that aspect. All right, as TJ Watt pretty much got double teamed. All right, but that was a hold, and it was what it was. But yeah, man, this game was, the referees wanted these boys to win. It is what it is. Referees was just terrible, dog. They were just terrible all game. Face mask, they just not call. They just wasn't calling nothing today. That's how they felt. Everybody gonna blame Mike T and them. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going about, damn, somebody saying fire Mike T.
Might be different. Mike Tomlin, special. Lose to a team that we should beat with ease. Play down to our opponents. Fire Mike Tomlin. We need a coach that's going to win these games. This is why our seasons always end up terrible. And I even wore a Mike Tomlin shirt today because I thought things might be different. Mike Tomlin.
All right, look how quick they ready to can Tomlin. This is why I be like, with some Steelers fans, dog, I can't with these niggas. They like, bro, just keep it real. Y'all just don't want to see Mike Tomlin be there no more because y'all tired of looking at a black man be the coach. Like, bro, the NFL be struggling with motherfuckers that's out here with good teams that they should be doing well with, and out here losing games. You're gonna lose games in the National Football League. But I ain't gonna say people that play sports per se, that don't play sports, but especially women to a certain degree, dog. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And you're salty because we lost. We're all salty. But the referees is the problem in this game. That shit ain't got nothing to do with Mike Tomlin. A game is gonna be a game. And yes, we made mistakes, this, that, and the third, but we were up with 2-something left in the game. With all of that, oh man, we should have called this, we should have called that, da-da-da-da. With all of that, okay, we were up and the referees decided to not call shit or make up fucking calls. But you're talking about fire Mike Tomlin.
Special. Lose to a team that we should beat with ease. Play down to our opponents. Fire Mike Tomlin. We need a coach that's going to win these games. This is why our seasons always end up terrible.
Well, man, you can go root for the Chiefs or something. You seem like a Taylor Swift fan. Get all these Steelers fans that be talking shit like this. Go jump off a bridge somewhere, dog. Go jump off a bridge somewhere. You would do Steeler Nation a lot of justice. Okay, if you're jumping off the bandwagon because we lost to a AFC North rival team or that we lost a game, fucking relax. Okay, relax. This one, they wanted the Cleveland Browns to win. Very obvious. They showing Jameis Winston make this speech about the Lord and playing ball in the snow. You know what I mean? Like, they just made that shit mad extra and shit. You had to know something funny was coming because it was a lot of Steeler hype. It was a lot of Steeler hype. So you had to know that they was going to run the bag up. And then, you know, they was like, look, we jobbing the Steelers tonight. That's just what the referees was on. They like, look, y'all niggas ain't going to win this game. We don't give a fuck what go on. Y'all not going to win this game. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what they did. That's exactly what they did. But you get fans like that talking about fire Tomlin. Unreal, dog. Yeah, right. Shout out to Patrick Cream, man. We regrouping and we on to the next, dog. It ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? We got another big matchup coming up. All right. Yeah, like that. That was supposed to be the game right there. Oh wow. Yeah, Russ definitely missed that one.
2nd and 6. Garrett on the sidelines for this play. Rolling.
Oh damn, Russ. Ooh wee. Yeah, Russ missed that one completely. He missed that one. All right, yeah, Russ, man, that's on you. We settled for 3 on that drive. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, damn, Russ. Yeah, you missed that one, brother. I ain't want to sit up and hold you on that. Yeah, Miles Garrett was doing all this shit in the first half. Like, nigga, relax. Who was this supposed to be? Who the hell is this? Somebody say it looked like Mike Tomlin. Like, y'all motherfuckers is crazy, bro. Oh man, y'all just want to hate on Mike T so bad. It is what it is.
This field goal, but it's all about the clock. Correct. It's going to call timeout. Kick this field goal, but it's all about the clock. Correct.
Yeah, but what about that hold? Yeah, once Pickens knew that game was over, that nigga was like, man, fuck that. That nigga went into crash out mode. Yeah, and I think I talked about this too in my prediction video that I did for the season, man. For whatever weird ass reason, these Thursday night games ain't really been going well, dog. They really haven't. You know what I mean? We know 2022 was Trubinsky and shit like that. 19 was 19 Ben? Yeah, I think 19 might have been Ben or might have been Mason Rudolph or somebody like that. Um, so yeah, man, these Thursday night games ain't really been it for us. We ain't been hitting on that. So you know, it just kind of is what it is. Yeah, next 10 days is gonna be long. Was this the same girl that was just talking about firing Mike Tomlin? This nigga talking about Jameis Winston out there talking about eating snow and all this stuff. Like, man, whatever, man. We still riding with the Steelers, man. We took a bad loss. Took a bad loss, but you know, it just kind of is what it is. But I do think with the way that they chipping TJ Watt, sometime we might have to start sending extras, but you know, it's gonna be a risk when it comes down to that. It's gonna be a risk sometimes when it comes down to that though. You know what I mean? But yeah, this wasn't our best of showings at the end of the day. But like I said, I still felt we had a great opportunity to win the game at the end. And you know, we just for whatever reason, man, the referee wasn't in the cards for us tonight. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say that it was not in the cards for us to win that game. All right. Vegas had other plans. Vegas had other plans, and it was what it was. But I do think down the stretch of that game, the offense and the defense made plays um, to when you needed to get stops. Like I said, man, the referees, dog, really just kind of screwed us over in this game. That's what they decided they was going to do. When it comes down to non-calls, penalties, this, that, and the third, it was just it was just crazy. It was just crazy. We fumbling the football, you know. As we look at the total of the game, I know Devin Bush is psyched about winning this game, though, especially the way Steeler Nation has cooked that dude. I was like, damn, yeah, this is his old team and shit like that. Like, damn, Devin Bush is on that team. I'm like, oh man, yeah, they're gonna be turned up. They're gonna be turned up, but you know, it is what it is. We take this loss, man, and we move on. We move on to next week. Move on to the next week. You know what I mean? We still in a good position, but we definitely want to see Baltimore hold that L. Okay. I mean, we still got the division anyway, so it don't even matter really. Even if Baltimore won, we still got the division, so that really don't mean nothing. It really don't. So, I mean, if we would have won, we'd have gave ourselves more space as far as that division lead. It just kind of makes them a game closer. And now I think they'll probably win that game on Monday night. I think the Ravens will probably pull that one off. But if they lost, shit, I'll be happy with that. So I like this team would definitely be happy with a goddamn with a Ravens loss. You know what I'm saying? I would be happy about that. I'm saying, is the Bills playing this week? No, the Bills is not playing this week. Kansas City is playing this week. It just kind of is what it is. I don't know why. If this dude says if the Steelers offense looks like it did versus the Ravens and the Steelers lose to the Browns, I'll want Fields back in versus the Bengals next week. Why? And this is the shit that I'm talking about. Like, bro, y'all crashing out, bro. Steeler Nation is crashing out. And I was reading some of these tweets as I'm live, and I'm going through some of these tweets. I'm like, bro, motherfuckers is crashing out. Like, bro, we still got a whole game left. Steeler football is 60 minutes. 60 minutes, dog. Now all of a sudden you got people up here talking about they want to see Justin Fields in there. Like Russ ain't have a good game or something. I can see it. Russ threw for like 3 picks or some shit like that. The man was 21 for 28. It probably was his most passing yards. Let me see something real quick. It probably was his most passing yards of the season. Let's see something real quick. 270. Okay, so the Giants was his best game as far as efficiency wise. I mean, as far as passing yards go, this was his best game completion wise. Pretty much, he threw the longest pass in the best QB rating that he's had. Even in the game with the Giants, he took 4 sacks. Russ is going to take these sacks at the end of the day. One offensive line play, and some of these pass rushes that he's going against are just really good. And remember, he's looking to get the ball out of his hands and down the field. So some shit is going to take a little while to develop, and he's trying to hold on to it and scramble and do this, that, and the third. But this wasn't a bad game. So for people to be talking about Justin Fields getting back in there, like, come on, dog. Y'all doing too much. All right. So this woman was over here. She was the number one Steelers fans, but now she probably done lost some bread or some shit like that. And now it's fire Mike Tomlin. Unreal. All right. All right. So, it is what it is. She probably lost some bread on this shit, and now now it's fire Mike Tomlin and shit. But before the game, you know, before the game is one thing. After the game, you know, all right, let me see who this was. Yeah, I mean, Still a Nation. Yeah, Still a Nation is just, they crashing out, dog. Still a Nation is crashing out in a panic because we lost to the Browns. I'm not really worried about that. It is what it is. Damn, LeBron barely got up for that dunk. LeBron getting old as hell. Yeah, shout out to this person right here. Still a Nation. Still a Nation. No team is perfect. We just won 5. We just won 5 games in a row. Calm down. We still 8-3 and up in the division. Y'all crashing out at 8-3. Yes. And this is what's crazy to me. Like, yo, y'all crashing out for real? 8-3? So this is what we doing, Still a Nation. Look at this dude. Look at this acting ass nigga real quick. I knew it was gonna be some funny style shit in the game when I seen this, dog. When I seen this, I knew it was going to be some BS in the game. Now, let me come to this real quick. I'm going to show y'all this. I played this during my live stream, too.
You don't become a Brown until you beat the Steelers. What will it take tonight?
The horse is prepared for battle, but victory comes from the Lord. So I'm dependent on the Lord.
Is that the message to the team?
Day by day, one play at a time. That's the message.
Weather conditions tonight. We're expecting winds up to 15 miles per hour in a wintry mix. How will that impact your ability to throw the ball?
I am so happy and grateful that the Lord has blessed me to play in some snow, to be in true football.
To play in some snow. When I seen him say, I said, oh, man. Not like I said, shout out to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Most High, we not making mockery of nothing to you and shit. You know what I mean? But when I seen him say that, I was like, oh, man, here we go. The theatrics and shit. And like I said, this game just felt weird, bro. It felt weird. My day felt weird, too. And, I got into an argument with my goddamn manager today. Cussed that nigga out 8 to 10 ways to Sunday. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was like, man, go home. Go home. Go home. Go home. You know what I mean? But I knew something was going to be funny style once I seen this, though, for sure.
Weather in Cleveland, Ohio, at Huntington Bank Field today to give him the glory. It's a beautiful day.
Sure feels like you're playing in the AFC North.
It is. It's magical. Thank you.
All right. All right. 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 Note to self, if you're a quarterback, throw it at your lineman and make sure they touch it. You'll never get intentional grounding. And that play is what won the Cleveland Browns the game. So all y'all, you going to break down the game, whatever, that's cool. But, come on, dog. That's what really lost us the game. Yeah, the referees was absolutely terrible. They were absolutely terrible tonight, but now let's review some of these real quick. Fade to Patterson in the 2-point conversion. That didn't really matter anyway because, they scored a fucking touchdown. So whatever. Fields staying in to throw the deep ball. I could kind of get that one. You know what I'm saying? I definitely can kind of get that one because I wouldn't have wanted to run the ball neither with Fields 3rd and 4. Now, if it was like 3rd and 1, maybe 3rd and 2, that's a little different. 3rd and 4, nah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be kind of obvious that he is going to fuck around and run the ball. But the ball, it wasn't a bad throw at all. It just was the referees not calling that shit. So even if it was Pickens, maybe the position of the ball is maybe in a little bit more of a catchable kind of radius. Maybe that's how they felt. But either or, that was just a bad call. Tomlin's first halftime management, it is what it is. Tomlin using the second TO after the concessions, not letting Chubb score, then not using the timeout. It is what it is. How could you leave off the penalty and not forcing their hand on 4th and 2? That was the worst decision of them all, giving them 2 downs to make 7 yards versus a must convert 4th or a field goal attempt. Like I said, people just going to get out here and, they're going to blame Tom. Tomlin's going to take the brunt for this shit. They're going to cook Tomlin for him getting in the game. See, this is what I be talking about with Steeler Nation. Like, y'all be fickle as hell sometimes because some of y'all be like, oh, we love the idea of Justin Fields being able to get out there in the game. Then the nigga get out there in the game and the game don't go your way. Now all of a sudden, it was terrible and Tomlin should have stuck with Russell Wilson. And like I said, you got this other dude up here that's basically was saying, no, not him, but you got this other dude basically saying the way what was it? What game was he talking about? He was talking about the Ravens game and the game before that. Maybe Rush should this game and the Ravens game that Fields should start next week. And this is a writer for the team. You would think that Russ had a terrible game. He did not have a terrible game. He took some sacks, yeah. The defense came out. You got to give credit to the Cleveland Browns. They came out here playing on fire.
Oh, shit. Shout out my nigga, though. Oh,
but yeah, man, I would have rather Russ had made that throw though, man. You know what I'm saying? I would have rather if you was gonna go deep though, yeah, you should have had Russ in that game. You know what I'm saying? Classic Tomlin living in his fears. Shout out to Dobbs. She says, trusting his offensive coordinator. Yep. Because like I said, I don't have a problem with Justin Fields being in the game, but it's just like if that was the play call and you had an opportunity to go deep, you got to make it happen. All right. And now TJ has been he's been pretty much somebody say kiss the Mike Tomlin coach of the year discussion goodbye. Yeah, I know. Y'all gonna get out here and yeah, like I said, it was crazy. Oh yeah, the Browns fans are gonna be getting on motherfuckers' nerves and shit. But this is where we want to be. We want to be. Look at pro football talk. So just throw it to a lineman to avoid intentional grounding. Right? Yeah, bro, this shit was crazy, dog. I'm gonna get off this shit, but yeah, man, this shit was wild, dog. You know what I mean? It was a sloppy game. AFC North football. I got no problem with that. The problem I do have though was the referees at the end of the game. The referees at the end of the game literally decided the fate of this game, man. And that's just what they wanted. That's just what they wanted, ladies and gentlemen. Still a nation. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna flip this to make it seem like this was a terrible game. This is a great football game under the circumstances that it was. You know what I'm saying? We still ran the ball more than we threw it. 120 yards rushing. Warren and Harris almost had 50 apiece. Justin came through and had some big running plays. Had a big running play actually that led to sparking the offense. Honestly, with Justin Fields, so that kind of sparked the offense a little bit. And then they kind of just juggling them pretty much back and forth. Well, hey, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, man, the referees, man, was just absolutely terrible tonight, man. Absolutely terrible. Did great on third down efficiency. Fourth down efficiency was not good today. As to where the Browns were great on the fourth down efficiency, but they were terrible on third down. So penalties kind of hurt, and some of the 9 penalties that didn't get called. That shit was just crazy. We won the turnover battle, So like I said, this is all leading up. We should have won this game. Did we have more rushing yards? Let me see. Yeah, we had more rushing yards. We had more passing yards. Total yards. Had the time of possession, and the referees just screwed us over, dog. The referee said, y'all will not win another game like that. Y'all not going to win 2 games back to back like that. We're not going to allow that shit to happen. Because have they called, it's a few plays that the referees did not call that changed the concept of the game. The pass interference, and then the holding / intentional grounding that they didn't call. So, that just was what it was at that point. But anyway, don't get mad at me, man. I just got to tell like it is, man. So shout out the day ones. Shout out the new ones. Make sure y'all niggas hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button that's right, y'all. The like button is free. Anyway, tell like it is TV. We out of here, y'all.